A retired school teacher walked into my shop last spring driving a 14-year-old Camry with 210,000 miles and asked me a question that stopped me mid-oil change. She said, "I have saved my whole life. I am 68. Why does every comfortable car cost $50,000? So I handed her my phone, pulled up a listing, and showed her a genuine V8 luxury flagship. Massaging seats, whisper quiet cabin, the works, for less than the price of a base Corolla. She thought it was a scam. It was not. After 22 years of turning wrenches, I know there is an entire class of luxury cars sitting on lots right now that nobody wants, purely because of badge snobbery. Today I am counting down 5 of them. And number 1, that is the car I would put my own mother in tomorrow. Let's get into it. Number 5, Lincoln MKZ. Number 5 is a luxury sedan that shares its bones with one of the most common cars in America, and that's exactly why it's brilliant. The Lincoln MKZ is built on the same platform as the Ford Fusion. Now, before you click away, hear me out, because that's the secret sauce, not the flaw. When a luxury car shares parts with a mass-market sedan, 2 magical things happen. Parts get cheap, and every mechanic in America already knows how to fix it. A wheel bearing for a BMW 5 Series? Dealer-only, special tools, come back Thursday. A wheel bearing on an MKZ? I've got one on the shelf. That's the difference between a $700 repair and a $280 repair. And when you're on a fixed income, that difference is everything. The second generation MKZ ran from 2013 to 2020, and the one I steer seniors toward is the 2017 to 2020 model, which is the facelift with the cleaner front end and improved Sync 3 infotainment, which actually responds when you touch it. And here's my specific recommendation. Get the hybrid. The MKZ Hybrid pairs a 2-liter Atkinson cycle, 4-cylinder with an electric motor, and it's essentially the same proven hybrid system Ford has been refining since the mid-2000s. These powertrains routinely sail past 250,000 miles. Taxi fleets figured this out years ago, and it returns around 40 miles per gallon in the city, in a hushed, leather-lined luxury sedan. Why is it perfect for senior drivers? 3 reasons. First, the seat height. The MKZ sits slightly taller than most sedans in the hips, so you slide in rather than fall in. Second, it is genuinely one of the quietest cars in its class. Lincoln stuffed it with acoustic glass and sound insulation. Less noise means less fatigue on long drives to see the grandkids. Third, the ride is soft. Not sloppy, soft. Lincoln tuned this thing for comfort while everyone else was chasing sporty. The market has completely forgotten this car. Lincoln killed the MKZ in 2020 to focus on SUVs, and the used market punished it for dying. You can find clean 2017 and 2018 hybrids with 60,000 to 80,000 miles in the $13,000 to $16,000 range. A comparable Lexus ES with those miles is $10,000 more. Inspection checklist. On the hybrid, have someone check the 12-volt battery health. It is a common no-start culprit and a cheap fix. People panic over. On the non-hybrid 2.0 EcoBoost models, check for coolant loss. I would honestly just skip the turbo engines and take the hybrid or the 3.7 V6. And test every button on the center stack, because early cars use touch sliders for volume that seniors universally hate. The 2017 and up cars fixed this with real knobs. Real knobs matter. But if the MKZ is quietly great, this next one was engineered to float. Number 4. Cadillac XTS. Number 4 is the last true American land yacht, and the used market treats it like a rental fleet leftover. That's a gift for you. The Cadillac XTS was built from 2013 to 2019, and it was Cadillac's love letter to its traditional customers, the people who wanted a big, plush, quiet Cadillac, while the rest of the lineup chased BMW. Here's the detail almost nobody knows. The XTS came standard with magnetic ride control, the same adaptive suspension technology General Motors puts in Corvettes. On the Corvette, it makes the car handle. On the XTS, it reads the road 1,000 times a second and irons it flat. Expansion joints, potholes, broken pavement, the XTS just breathes over them. For an older driver with a bad back or a hip replacement, that suspension is worth more than any badge on the hood. U.S. News and World Report. Under the hood is General Motors' 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine making around 300 horsepower, no turbos. This engine family has powered everything from Camaros to Traverses, which means parts are everywhere, and every independent shop knows it inside out. The two things I check: the timing chain. Early 3.6-liter engines could stretch chains if the owner skipped oil changes, so demand maintenance records, and the water pump, which is a normal wear item around 100,000 miles at about $600. Now, the honest downsides, because I don't sugarcoat. The CUE infotainment system on 2013 to 2016 cars was touch-only and frustrating, and the screens can delaminate. Budget $400 if it's acting up, or shop 2017 and up cars where it improved. And it's front-wheel drive based. This is not a sports sedan, and it never pretended to be. But look at the money. These stickered in the $45,000 to $70,000 range new. Today, a clean 2016 or 2017 XTS Luxury with 70,000 miles is sitting between $13,000 and $17,000, and dealers will negotiate because these site on lots for months. Livery companies ran XTS fleets as black cars for a reason. They're comfortable, durable, and cheap to run. When the limo guys, people who put 60,000 miles a year on a car, pick a vehicle, pay attention. Senior-specific bonuses, enormous doors that open wide, a chair height seating position, a trunk big enough for 2 walkers and a Costco run, and outward visibility that modern high beltline cars cannot match. That's Americans' comfort. But the next 2 cars on this list are the greatest badge snobbery bargains I've ever seen. Full-size flagships selling for used Civic money. Number 3, Hyundai Equus. Number 3 is a car most people do not even know existed. From 2011 to 2016, Hyundai, yes, Hyundai, sold a full-size rear-wheel drive flagship designed to fight the Mercedes S-Class. It was called the Equus, and when it was new, it cost over $60,000 and came with a service program where the dealer would pick the car up from your house for maintenance. The market never accepted a $60,000 Hyundai. Buyers laughed, and because of that, depreciation absolutely destroyed this car, which means you today can buy S-Class grade luxury for spare change. Kelley Blue Book currently pegs a 2016 Equus in good condition at private party values around $9,500 to $10,700. Read that again. $10,000 for a car that out-optioned a Lexus LS 460 when new. Kelley Blue Book. The later Equus runs a 5.0-liter naturally aspirated V8, Hyundai's Tao engine, making 429 horsepower through a smooth 8-speed automatic. No turbos to fail, no air suspension nightmares on most trims, just a big lazy V8 that never works hard. I've had 2 of these through my shop with over 150,000 miles, and the engines were tight as drums. The interiors are the real story, though. Soft leather everywhere, power everything, rear seats that recline, a ride quality tuned specifically for serenity. Hyundai literally benchmarked the Lexus LS 460. Who is this perfect for? A senior driver who spent their life admiring big Cadillacs and Lincolns and wants that experience one more time without touching retirement savings. It's quiet, it's soft, the seats are heated and cooled, and the driving position is upright and commanding. The honest caveats. Fuel economy is around 15 miles per gallon in the city. It is a V8 flagship, so price the gas accordingly. Some suspension components, like the electronically controlled shocks, are pricier than a Camry's when they wear, so budget a $1,500 cushion for the air and damper stuff on higher mileage cars, or shop for one under 90,000 miles. And parts occasionally take a few days to arrive, since dealer stock is thin. None of that erases the math. You are paying 15 cents on the original dollar. Inspection tips. Check that both key fobs are present, replacements are pricey. Cycle every rear seat power feature, because seniors buying these often become chauffeured passengers eventually, and those motors should all work. And pull the Carfax for consistent oil changes. The Tao V8 is durable, but no engine forgives neglect. Now, the Equus had a corporate twin wearing an even less loved badge, and that twin might be the single steepest depreciation story in modern automotive history. Number 2. Kia K900. Number 2 made headlines when LeBron James drove one in commercials, and it still didn't sell. The Kia K900 shared its rear-wheel drive platform with the Equus, launched in the U.S. for 2015, and asked buyers to pay up to $66,000 for a Kia. America said no thank you and created one of the great used bargains of our time. Here's the depreciation in plain numbers. A 2015 K900 that listed at $54,500 new is now worth around $7,500 according to Kelley Blue Book. A 2016 K900 Premium that stickered at $49,950 starts around $10,700 today, and even the range-topping luxury trim that originally cost $62,850 starts around $13,100. That is roughly 80% of the car's value gone. For the original owner, a tragedy. For you, a jackpot. CarBuzz Car Gurus. What do you actually get? The V6 models run a 3.8-liter naturally aspirated engine. Smooth, proven, understressed. The V8 gets the same 5-liter Tao as the Equus, with 429 horsepower. Both use conventional automatics. The cabin was legitimately impressive. Napa leather, real wood, a Lexicon sound system, soft close everything on upper trims. Reviewers at the time kept saying the same thing. The car is excellent. The badge is the only problem. Owners on Kelley Blue Book give the first-generation K900 an above-average reliability rating of 4.5 out of 5. Car Gurus. And here's a wrinkle a lot of buyers miss. Kia's famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty applied to the original owner, so most used K900s are past coverage now. But the reliability record that warranty forced Kia to engineer is baked into the car. These powertrains were built conservatively because Kia couldn't afford warranty claims on its flagship. For a senior driver, the K900 case is simple. It's a big, soft, quiet, safe sedan with excellent seats, a low step-in for a full-size car, and controls that are refreshingly traditional, actual buttons, actual knobs, a normal gear lever, no haptic panels, no menus 3 layers deep just to change the fan speed. My advice on which one, the V6 Premium, is the sweet spot. Nearly all the luxury, better fuel economy, simpler to maintain. Check the infotainment thoroughly, as some owners report the phone integration is clunky on early cars, and inspect the front tires for inner edge wear, which tells you if the alignment was neglected. Since these were often garage-kept second cars for older owners already, low-mileage pampered examples are genuinely common. Find one of those, and you've bought $60,000 of engineering for used Corolla money. Quick pause. If this kind of straight talk is saving you money, hit subscribe. I do these breakdowns every week, and the next one covers the used luxury cars you should never buy at any price. Because everything so far has one asterisk. Korean and American luxury brands still make some buyers nervous. Number 1 removes the asterisk entirely. Number 1, Acura RLX. Number 1 is the car I recommend when someone tells me, I want luxury, but I never want to see your shop again. The Acura RLX is the most ignored luxury sedan in America, and it's ignored for the dumbest possible reason. It's boring. And when you are shopping for a senior driver, boring is the single most valuable feature a car can have. Let me explain what the RLX actually is, because most people have genuinely never heard of it. From 2014 to 2020, this was Acura's flagship, a full-size luxury sedan positioned against the BMW 5 Series and Lexus GS. Underneath the understated sheet metal sits Honda's 3.5-liter J Series 5.6, making 310 horsepower. That engine family is one of the most reliable 6-cylinders ever mass-produced. It is the same basic architecture that has powered Odysseys, Pilots, and Accords past 300,000 miles for 2 decades. No turbos. Timing belt service is around 100,000 miles for about $1,000. That is the one scheduled big-ticket item, and then you are clear for another 100,000 miles. I have a customer, a retired airline pilot, 74 years old, who bought a 2016 RLX with 41,000 miles 3 years ago for $21,000. He is at 78,000 miles now. His total repair spend with me was $0. Oil changes, 1 set of tires, a cabin filter. He calls it the best purchase of his retirement. When a man who spent 35 years around jet engines calls your engineering impressive, that means something. Why did nobody buy it new? Because it's stickered near $55,000 and looked like a big Accord. And luxury buyers shop with their egos. Acura sold barely a few thousand a year. But that flop is your win. Clean 2016 to 2018 examples with reasonable miles now sit in the $18,000 to $23,000 range, while a mechanically comparable Lexus GS 350 commands thousands more for the badge alone. Now, why is this specifically the perfect senior car? Stack it up. Acura Watch came standard from 2016 onward. That's adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, and road departure mitigation on every single car. As reflexes slow with age, those systems become a quiet co-pilot. Seniors don't need to option them or hunt for the right trim. They are just there. The seating position is natural. The doors are large. The visibility is excellent because Acura kept the beltline low and the pillars reasonable. The cabin is quiet, the ride is compliant without floating, and the controls, this matters, are Honda logical. Big climate buttons. A real volume knob. Nothing hidden. One important shopping note, the RLX came in 2 flavors. the standard front-wheel drive car with precision all-wheel steer, and the sport hybrid with a complex 3-motor all-wheel drive system. That hybrid system is a technical marvel. It's related to the NSX supercars, but for a senior buyer prioritizing simplicity and low running costs, I recommend the standard V6 car. Fewer systems, fewer sensors, decades of proven Honda parts underneath. Inspection checklist. First, verify the timing belt service if the car is near or past 100,000 miles, records or receipts, no exceptions, and if it hasn't been done, negotiate $1,000 off and schedule it immediately. Second, test the dual-screen infotainment. It's dated and occasionally laggy, and while that's cosmetic, make sure the Bluetooth pairs and the backup camera is crisp. Third, check for even tire wear. The all-wheel steer system should be dialed in, and uneven rear wear means an alignment visit. Fourth, my favorite trick, look for the one-owner, dealer-serviced example. RLX buyers were overwhelmingly older, careful, garage-keeping owners. The used pool for this car is disproportionately full of pampered cream puffs. You are very likely buying a car that was already owned by exactly the kind of driver you are. Here's my final take. The RLX gives you Honda's best engine, a full modern safety suite, genuine full-size luxury comfort, and total running costs closer to an Accord than an Audi, all for the price of a 5-year-old base Camry. The only thing it can't give you is a badge that impresses the neighbors. If you're at a stage of life where you've stopped caring what the neighbors think, congratulations, you've unlocked the best value in the entire used luxury market. So there it is, 5 luxury cars the market abandoned and smart buyers should be circling. The Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, with 40 miles per gallon wrapped in whisper quiet leather. The Cadillac XTS, riding on Corvette suspension technology tuned for comfort instead of cornering. The Hyundai Equus, a $60,000 flagship for the price of a used hatchback. The Kia K900, the steepest depreciation jackpot in modern memory. And the Acura RLX, the boring, brilliant, bulletproof #1 that I would hand my own mother the keys to without a second thought. Every one of these cars is cheap for the same reason: badge snobbery. Not one of them is cheap because it is a bad car. The market punished the logo and forgot to check the engineering. Now you know better. If you want the flip side, the used luxury cars that look like bargains but will drain a retirement account, one repair bill at a time, I made a full video on exactly that, and it is right here. That is 22 years of watching cars come and go. Like the video if it helped, subscribe for more truth the dealerships won't tell you, and drive safe. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one.